Hi guys, and welcome back to another edition of Road Trippin with the Roots Vlogmas.
I could have swore that was my line, but alright.
Okay, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's up, gang, and welcome back to another edition of Road Trippin with the Roots.
Hi guys, and welcome to our Vlogmas. It's been fun. It's been crazy. Very busy, but it's been fun. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like this video. If you've been riding with us all along, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to comment. We love everybody that's been interacting with us and going through the questions and their memories for Christmas. It's really making things seem a little closer, and this year is a hard year, so thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Today, guys, we are going to talk about our pre-roots, right? Before we got together, our family traditions. The nostalgia was brought back to me by watching The Adventures RJ and him talk about the holidays. And I know I've said this a million times, guys, but I've been super nostalgic this year. So let's bring it back. If you haven't done so already, be sure to watch our outdoor lighting video, and that will give you a glimpse of what Corey's childhood home looked like for the holidays. His parents are still doing their thing, bringing joy to everyone. So, Corey, do you want to get started?
No, you can go first.
Okay, so my childhood was kind of split up into like two parts. One was before we lost my mom to breast cancer, which was so from, birth to 11, and then 11 on after she passed away. When my mom was still here, Christmas was a big, big deal. So, and shout out to all the people that like buy their Christmas stuff and have all of that out of the way early. She was one of those people. I am not one of those people. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there used to be like a Christmas account that you could do. Do you remember that?
Mm-mm.
So like the bank would have a Christmas account and you would put money in every paycheck throughout the year, and then you would cash it out around Christmas and do your shopping.
Oh, that's a good idea.
My mom was like faithful on that. And back in my day, there was like Montgomery Ward. What was it called? Jewelco. Big department stores.
Yeah, you know better than me.
Right? Big department stores.
I feel like Montgomery Ward, you was older by then, though.
I feel like it was around for a long time.
Maybe.
But those big department stores is where she would buy our stuff. And she was the mom that made sure you had the must-have gift. And we'll talk about like favorite gifts. But I remember I was like the first kid on the block with the Cabbage Patch doll and things like that. But my Christmas memory was her always preparing for it, which to me, as a mom now, it took so much time and effort, so I appreciate it. Comment down below if you're looking back at your traditions from your family, going, how'd they pull it off? Because I do that a lot. And with said tradition and getting us the must-have toys, there weren't dolls that looked like me growing up. So I'll have to find some pictures, but I literally had one black and one white of every doll. Mm-hmm. So that was one of my traditions that I remember, like my mom saving ahead and kind of making it a big deal. And then after she passed, my dad is more like me, not really crazy about Christmas, so he kind of did everything last minute. And but one of the things that he did do that was a tradition that I actually really, really love is that he and I did not decorate the tree until Christmas Eve. So just to give you an idea, when my mother passed away, my little brother was 4. We're 7 years apart. So he would go to bed waiting for Santa. We would decorate the tree, and then my dad and I would go to midnight mass. Mm-hmm. So in addition to the gifts, like when my brother woke up, it was absolutely a transformed space. And so it was like super magical. And I really enjoyed the time alone that my dad had with me. So, like, we had it down, and we were the ones that did the decorating, and we were the ones that went to mass, and so those are some of my tradition memories.
Okay. Sounds like fun. So, for me, as you seen, our house was lit up, and we did that every Christmas. Everybody in the neighborhood couldn't wait until we lit the house up. But it wasn't fun for me. I didn't think it was fun. So, this was before timers. So, guess who was plugging up all the lights at 7 o'clock at night or whatever time it was when it got dark?
Yeah, back when it got dark at a normal time as opposed to like 4:15 now.
Yeah.
I don't know, daylight savings time. I don't know what's going on.
Right. So, I was cool on all that. I ain't trying to plug up all the lights and stuff. But other than that, I mean, we would go cut down Christmas tree. Ella still does that. I mean,
yes.
My dad still does that with Ella now.
Yes.
They go and find a Christmas tree and cut it down. So that was one big one that we always did, decorate the tree and whatnot. I was also the tree waterer. So I would make sure
Corey had chores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I made sure that the water stayed in the tree to check the levels all the time. So that's what I remember the most about, the holiday season in my house.
So, guys, just so you know, his parents still take Ella to pick out a tree. Ava's over it. But one of the things I remember, the last time we took Ava to pick a tree, there are some, there are some sweet spots where it's not super commercialized and you're not paying $200 for, Douglas fir or whatever they're called. The place in which they get the Christmas trees, literally, remember the old guy with the yardstick?
Mm-hmm.
And the price is by the size of the tree, and it's like on a yardstick, and you always end up giving them more money because you feel guilty, like you feel like it's too good to be true.
Right.
And I remember doing that when we used to do real trees, so that was fun.
Ava picked that one that looked like a Hershey Kiss.
I'll have to find the picture, guys, and I will have to post it. Literally the fattest tree I've ever seen, and it did look like a Hershey Kiss.
Yeah, for sure.
I think half of the tree couldn't even be decorated. I couldn't cover that full tree. Comment down below if you've ever done that. Like, I love real trees, but when it comes to, like, trying to decorate them, it's hard. Another thing, so my in-laws used to go all out for Christmas also inside their house. So your mom had it decorated like a winter wonderland. Because Ella and Ava spend more time here, we've been gifted all of their stuff. So I'll have to show you guys. But it's the pieces that your parents have are just so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the Santa collection that we have now, I love. What about food? What were some food traditions that you guys had?
Just like you, right? We had a big breakfast Christmas morning. Dad turned the music on. We in there jamming out.
Mm-hmm.
Big old breakfast.
Were you Macy Day parade people?
We would have it on.
Okay.
We would have like the parades on, but it wasn't nothing we like had to see, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just turn the news on or whatever. And then the parade was just on.
What did you do for dinner?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
It wasn't nothing too memorable. I'm thinking like, like a butterball chicken and some ham, stuff like that.
So
it was almost like a second Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So my mother's side of the family, my mother was Puerto Rican, Irish, German, and Scottish. So the Christmas Eve is like, the Puerto Rican Christmas. So my titi and my tío would have a big party Christmas Eve, which would have pernil, which is the roast pork. And if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook or on TikTok or Reddit, it is Road Trippin with the Roots, and you'll see my recipe for the roast pork. It's to die for, and it has to marinate for like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so we would have pernil, we'd have rice and beans. The adults would have coquito, which Corey will include the link on how to make that drink. But I remember that as a kid, like, oh, I can't wait until I could drink coquito.
Right.
And then Christmas Day, so my dad would do like turkey, potato au gratin, mashed potatoes. I'm a potato person, so my dad knew. I don't think we did a ham. And now I love like a ham for Christmas.
I do remember eggnog. I think it had like whiskey in it though.
That sounds good.
I
like eggnog. Not everybody. Eggnog's not for everyone. As Ella says, I don't like egg. I probably don't like nog. But I like regular eggnog. Like, I'm that person that buys the eggnog that's in the store.
I used to be an eggnog fan until I had coquito. Now I can't go back.
You can't go back?
Yeah.
I remember my mom used to make an upside down. Well, it wasn't even an upside down cake. So it was a cake, like, I think out of the box cake, right? But it was 2 layers. And in between, she would do crushed pineapples. And then she'd do chocolate frosting. So it would be a yellow cake, crushed pineapples with like the juice all in it, and then chocolate frosting. So I remember that.
Nice.
Yeah. And rice pudding. Guys, all my memories are around food.
Yeah, I don't remember dinner. Dinner wasn't too memorable.
Really?
It was just like a normal dinner to me. Like I said, like a second Thanksgiving. So that's why I guess.
So, here's the thing with Corey. Corey is a gadget guy. So I could see how Christmas could be all about the gifts.
Exactly.
Especially
now I remember all of that.
When we were growing up, because we had some groundbreaking stuff. Come on, guys. We were in the era of Teddy Ruxpin. That was next level.
Come on, man.
You thought you were going to be the Jetsons by the time you grew up.
Get off my list, man.
That was next level. So I could see that. But me, I'm a foodie. So I remember all of the food, the cakes. I'm just, guys, all I'm remembering is food. Remember the cookies like in the tin with the big sugar on it?
Like
that doubles as a sewing kit?
Ridges and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to have that too.
Yeah, so guys, what we will do is we'll probably have the girls talk about what traditions we have now because, I feel like we've combined so many things and we've kind of found our own style and our own rhythm.
Right.
But comment down below of any of the traditions you grew up with that you absolutely must have now, that you absolutely do now. I know that so many of us aren't with our families, so I'm sure that everyone would love to kind of share some cheer.
Also, I feel like Christmas Story was always on. That's why I'm always watching Christmas Story.
TNT. It's not. Is it still on TNT?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Or TBS now. One of the Turner stations.
So, Christmas Story was always on, and I feel like I was always wrapping gifts during it. I had a very, very curious little brother. He got into everything, and so like you had to be like stealth-like when it came to hiding and gift wrapping.
So, did you put the gifts under the tree Christmas Eve, or were gifts under the tree already?
Well, the tree wasn't decorated, right?
Oh, okay.
So the tree would just be there opening up, you have to like wait for it to open.
Yeah.
Comment down below if you're team real tree. You had to wait for it to open. So the gifts were put under once the tree was decorated, and that was Christmas Eve. So he didn't see them. He didn't get to shake them.
Yeah, so
because he would have been all over that.
Yeah.
What were you? You guys were before?
Yeah, the gifts would just be there.
No, thank you. I'd be too curious.
Well, that was the thing, right? I used to be under there like shaking them.
That sounds like a TikTok challenge now. Like the fruit snacks. Like, hey, let's see if my child will touch the gift.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, let me shake that up. That's about the right size. I know what that could be.
Do you remember believing in Santa, and were there any things?
Yeah, but then
they did for you?
So I remember our house. So this is when I stopped believing when we moved because
you didn't have a chimney anymore.
Didn't have a fireplace. The first house had a fireplace, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Then I started thinking, you know, I'm just like Ella, right? I'm thinking about everything, so I'm like,
how's he getting in?
Yeah, like how's he getting in here? And then I would just ask like questions, like it would be like summertime, but I'm thinking about this stuff, so I'm like, you know, I know we got a chimney on the roof, but what's that go to? And then he would be like, oh, that's down, you know, the oil furnace and stuff downstairs. So I'm like, oh, okay, bet. So I know he can't get in through the furnace and stuff. You know what I mean?
So, all right, completely off topic, but Corey found out about, and if you have children in the room, please let them leave. Wait a minute. Okay, Corey found out that the tooth fairy wasn't real by not telling his parents he lost a tooth. Yeah. And putting it under his pillow and waking up to it still being there. So that's just the type of child he was.
And Ella's the same way. Yes. So that's how I know. Like, I'm already on top of the antics.
So Ava was very big on, you know, like, I'm not buying this story. Now, they do have things now where you could, like, make the fake reindeer hoofs and things like that. But when Ava was little, that wasn't the case. So I used to have to go get very extra when it comes to convincing her. So I would take oatmeal, like instant oatmeal packets of like the apple cinnamon, because it was browner, and I would put glitter in it and mix it with like big glitter, and that would be the reindeer food. So we would put out the reindeer food, and then when she went to sleep, I'd like, you know, dust a lot of it away to make it look like, oh, they ate your food. And I think there was something else, like something that I made look like hooves, like especially if it snowed.
That's, you know, speaking of that, right? That's when I knew I hit official dad mode. Is when I had to eat the cookies and the milk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
Like she's leaving cookies and milk out here. I gotta take a bite out of the cookie.
We still have the letter where Ava made milk and cookies for Santa, but she wanted to make sure that he did not touch her gingerbread house. So it literally says, like, Dear Santa, the milk and cookies are for you. Enjoy. Don't touch my gingerbread house. So that was it. Yeah, we'll have to get with the girls about what traditions, and even if they know their traditions yet, right?
Right.
Because they're like in the thick of it.
Something to do. Right.
Yeah. So we'll see. But thanks so much, guys, for tuning in and joining in all the holiday feels. Feels. If you haven't done so already, seriously check out the outdoor decoration so you could get a glimpse of Corey's family, their house and how they decorate it. And I will be sure to bring you guys in on some of our indoor decor. Let me know if there's anything else that you'd like to see or for us to touch on during Vlogmas.
Okay, Oprah.
I think, seriously, I hear it in Oprah's voice every time I read Vlogmas.
Now I'm going to be doing it.
It happens. Like, when I see it, even if it's not in my mind, it's in all caps. And it's said the way Oprah says it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if she says it, but the way Oprah says things she's excited about.
Right.
Vlogmas has a ring to it. All right, guys. Well, again, if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like this video. 'Tis the season for sharing. Sharing is caring. Be sure to share it on your social media platforms and share with a friend. Maybe they could use a little holiday cheer.
That's right.
And until the next time, guys.
Keep tripping.
Bye.